this is Melanie for Pardesi. I'm here to do a review of my very first Pawan Kalyan film in preparation for his big release, Prince of Exile, tomorrow. Okay, so I saw Attarintiki Daredi. I'm saying that right. What is the path to my aunt's house? So this is my very first experience with the superstar. And Kartik recommended this film, but also I remember some of you in the comments had particularly mentioned this one because it's the same team. It's the same writer-director, Trivikram Srinivas. And he also did one of my favorite Mahesh Babu films, Tadu, where that was just such another kind of fish out of water where you had, a hitman's just, overcome by the love of a family when he's hiding and pretending to be somebody else. I love that film very much. And it had a lot of crazy farcical humor, which also was evident in this film. There were some scenes that were, I have to say, the sunglasses fight scene is epic. That was probably one of my very favorite parts of the entire thing, where he slides the sunglasses onto the car, and then they get knocked, and he's constantly flipping them in the air in the middle and keeping them safe in the middle of the fight. And that was very clever and well done. I really like that scene. I think a lot of what comes through in his humor and is just like his attitude and the way that he is speaking the lines. And the problem for me is that I don't think I'm getting all of it because I don't speak Telugu, and I don't even have an ear to hear if he is speaking it in a different way from other characters, if you understand what I'm saying. So I think I'm losing something in the way that he's giving his dialogues, and I don't think I'm getting the full impact of what he is all about. I will tell you my favorite character, my favorite actress was Nadhiya in this. Oh my gosh, she was as regal as a queen. She was amazing. And I was racking my brain. I had to look her up in the middle of watching it, and she was Prabhas's mother in Mirchi. And I may have seen her in says she's done some Malayalam films, but I was really pleased with how large a role that she had in this film. And she went head to head with Pawan, and I thought their scenes were really good together. It was also super fun to see Boman Irani, who's normally seen as a character actor in Hindi films, doing a turn in a Telugu film. Now, obviously, he was dubbed because I know his voice is not that deep and he must not have good enough Telugu pronunciation. But I thought he did really well as the grandfather, and he had, some really anguished scenes later on in the second half. There was just about every single character actor that I could possibly recognize from the Telugu industry all in this one film. I mean, oh my God, there was everybody. There was people that usually I see as villains or playing more sympathetic roles and vice versa. And it was really interesting how many people were in, that I recognized were in this film. It must have been really big when it came out. Pawan has sort of two of his cousins to romance, but I knew, just because I just had a feeling he was going to end up with Samantha's character. I will say, I think Samantha has been better in roles since this film, which is all the way back from 2013. I think she's grown as an actress, so I could really see the difference. I'm like, yeah, she's come a long way since then, but she was fine. It just wasn't the same level that I've seen her be able to do in some subsequent films. I really, really liked the message of the film of reuniting families and love marriage and just overcoming the family obstacles to love marriage. I thought that was a really good message for the film. My only real negatives, you know, okay, there's so many, I just mentioned there's so many character actors, there's so many comedy uncles, and comedy is hard for me because it just, so much of it is a verbal wordplay, and it doesn't come through in subtitles at all. Especially Telugu film subtitles are not always the best. And I was watching this on YouTube. Brahmanandam, I can take in small doses. Let's just put it that way. I like it when he has. I saw him recently, where he really actually had a full-fledged role in a junior NTR film. But when he does these sort of guest extended cameos, the length of his scenes, I just didn't find him as funny as I'm sure the Telugu speaking audience does. I don't know, it's not coming through to me. Let me just put it that way. And so those scenes felt very long to me, like a little would have gone a long way. But the Gladiator spoof, oh my God. That was hilarious. And then when he's walking through the wheat field and he's dressed up in the dress, oh my God. That was funny. There's also so much going on in this film. It is kind of a family farce. I get that. But then it was like the Samantha amnesia plot on top of everything else that was going on was like, whoa, there's a lot going on in this script. It had some really great moments, but I just kind of, at the end of the day, you're like, wait, and then this happened, and then this happened. Like, it was a lot. But I did like the message. I just have to say, I can see, Pawan, why, he appeals. I loved it. It reminded me, of him playing this wealthy character that then is playing more of a common man. And it reminded me of Dharmendra in Chupke Chupke. It just, all of the funny situations of that, of someone, playing out of their normal place in life. So, and it seems like this film, Prince in Exile, is going to be a similar kind of situation where he goes undercover in his family's business and they don't know that he's really the heir apparent or whatever. So so I'm looking forward I think he does well with those kind of, double kind of meaning to his roles. I will say, I don't know that he is the best dancer in the Telugu industry. I admire Allu Arjun and Junior NTR's dancing, and those are the kinds of scenes that I really love in Telugu movies. And the songs were very catchy, but I don't know that dancing is his strength. It's just like, in the same way that it is for someone like Junior NTR or Allu Arjun. Let me know if this is your favorite of Pawan Kalyan's films and how much you're looking forward to his big new release this weekend. I am going to see first show here in Chicago, and so look for the review shortly thereafter. It's going to be playing at noon here Chicago time. So I will do a review as soon as I can and come back to this place on the Pardesi channel and check that out. Like this video, share it. Please subscribe, and if you hit that bell, then you will get a notification when we have a new video. And follow us on Twitter and Facebook at PardesiYT.